Well, it's just a couple weeks out from LCS. I'm here right now at the LCS studios with preseason coverage brought to you by Alienware, joined right now by Doublelift. How's it going, Doublelift?
Great.
Are you ready? That's it? Just great?
I'm tired.
Yeah. Sounds like you're ready for LCS to start. You're going to bring that energy and that hype.
Woo.
What a great way to start the interview. So what are you up to today?
Today we're doing photos, features, hero shots, green screen, a lot of stuff, and that's to prepare all the assets for Riot to use for LCS, newly rebranded.
Yeah.
Drop the NA. And also we also have scrims, and then I have like another shoot with 1UP, and then it's been rough. It's been tough.
Yeah. And it's only 1:30.
It's only 2. It's 2. I woke up at
now?
8. I woke up at 8. I went to the gym and I had to do all this stuff, and then I still have like 10 more hours of stuff to do. I have to play solo queue tonight. It's
Well, how has the offseason been? Has it been relaxing?
we had like a month after Worlds, which was really, really nice. Just got to completely decompress from that, so definitely needed that. And then we went back to scrimming in December, like the beginning of December. And then we had the holidays off. So that was a good 10 days off. And now we're just now starting scrims again.
How are they going?
I hate talking about scrims. They're going good. The team, I love playing with this team. And so far, I feel like everyone is extremely, extremely skilled. And we all respect each other a lot. And there hasn't been any problems at all.
How's the Core JJ stuff going? Is there a language barrier?
There's definitely a language barrier between me and Core. I feel like his English is actually a lot better than I expected. And he's slowly getting more and more, he's just getting easier to it's easier for him to understand what people are saying to him, because everyone has a different lots of times people have different accents. They also use different words to say the same thing, and they also I tend to slur my words a lot or talk too fast, and there's a lot of slang. So basically I feel like he has a lot of room to improve, but it's going good.
How does he compare to past supports that you've played with?
He's just incredibly good, insanely good. Very calm player, super good. Comms in game, his leadership is really good. So the way I see it is he must have been either one of the main voices or the main voice on Gen G, and being one of the main voices on a world's winning team, a world champion, is definitely really impressive. And so playing with him has been really eye-opening for me. I can actually focus a lot more on my own game, and I don't really have to feel if we need a split-second call, which is kind of what I specialize in. I have to step up. I don't feel that anymore. So when it's those quick moments, the spur of the moment decisions, I think Core's intuition is really good and probably better than mine, for sure. So I think that part of my game has become irrelevant, I guess, to our team, which is really good. For me, I've always wanted to focus on my individual play. That's how I started out, is just all mechanics, no brain. Yeah. And so I want to be all mechanics, some brain.
Okay. Nobody's been at the controls in your brain since Choster left.
Yeah.
And you want Core JJ to get in there.
Yeah, we need Core in there.
Okay. So you attribute a lot of his leadership and success to his time on Gen G, not Dignitas.
Oh, well, so I think Dignitas, that's the foundation, okay?
Yeah,
and Gen G was the house that was built on top.
Okay. Do you ever ask about his dig days?
I've asked him a couple of times. I don't think he wants to talk about it.
He just gets a blank look over his face and just doesn't think about it. Yeah. What do you find him to be more aggressive of a player? What should we anticipate in the bot lane?
Core's really aggressive. He's really active on the map, so I feel like he's everywhere all the time, and really, really just completely different player than I've ever played with. It's one of those things where it's I guess in an alternate universe, it could have been a Yellow Star situation where our styles just didn't match at all because they were so different. But in this case, I feel like I've finally become a pretty complete player in the sense that I can play any style pretty well. Yeah. And Core has a really, really nuanced way of like playing the game. So like learning to play with him it's been hard in the beginning, but now I'm kind of getting the groove of it. We're really aggressive, but it's not like lane dominance aggressive. It's not like the aggressiveness that people saw from like me and Afro or me and Bio, because that type of aggressive was just like lane kingdom. Me and Core, like I think it was more of a balance. Like it's more about the team, and it's also lane as well.
So you say scrims are going well. Is this new? Because I'll tell you a story. You couldn't go with us to Palm Springs because you had to start scrims. And I confronted Steve on that when I saw him here a month ago.
Yeah.
And he was like, we really need to practice. So I assume that things started off a little rough.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Maybe he was just trying to get me to be okay with the idea
Yeah,
of
no.
you.
I mean, I think the coaches really thought we needed the practice, and that's why we started pretty early, which to me was very rough after Worlds. But yeah, it sucks I missed fun vacation, but that's the American dream, and I couldn't get there.
We had so much fun. We just played video games. It was really good. We swam in the pool.
Thanks.
And it didn't feel like anything was missing, strangely. It was okay. Kind of miss it. How was your holidays?
They're good. Bonnie was really happy to see me. I was really happy to see her, and we just hung out for Christmas and New Year's, and it was really good.
She said you didn't give her anything for Christmas.
No, she's showing my gift came late, and so I had it sent from, because I live in LA and she lives in Seattle, so it came too late after like I left. It didn't come before Christmas, or sorry, it came before Christmas, but it didn't come before I left on my flight to Seattle. So I had it sent, and so it came late. I told her I was sorry, but it's still coming, and then I gave it to her.
Okay. Because she said you got her an apology, which I thought meant
That
you
was
didn't
funny.
get it.
That was a good one.
What did you get her?
She likes Ryan from Cacao Friends a lot. She loves like kind of like cute plushie stuff. So I got her an A Peach plushie, which is another character from Cacao Friends. So now she kind of has like a friend for her Ryan, which I gave her another year.
Okay. So you've got this mapped out. You're like, great. How many characters are these? Because it's
That's how
Christmas.
Christmas is.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna switch it up. Like now that they have their friends, I can like get her something more.
Yeah. Like a poster
Yes.
of
Yeah.
the Cacao Friends.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Glad. Back to this season. What do you think of all the different rosters and the different teams out there? Are any of them that you think are going to be a real rival to TL?
I think Bang is really good. So he's someone I'm looking out for since, NA teams tend to get like strong imports, and I feel like I have to like defend, like the legacy of like I guess American-born players in a sense where it would suck if like the best players in every position was imports. There's very clearly a huge mid lane difference in terms of like how often a team will get a natural like an American-born player versus just importing a mid laner. And Brixton's been here; he's been really dominant. Top lane, same thing. Imported a ton of Koreans over the last few years. Jungle is actually relatively mixed, but anyways, for AD, that's like a source of pride, I guess. Like the me and Sneaky and 6A for a time was like extremely good and made second place MSI. So there was like some times where it was shaky, but I really want to focus on being like good enough to stand up to Bang. And in terms of teams, not really. Yeah, team wise, I'm not really worried about any team.
You brought up imported mid laners. Let's talk about your imported mid laner. How are things going with Jensen so far?
Jensen's really good. He's very Danish in his mannerisms and his just like the way he thinks, I think. I'm making a pretty big generalization here, but like I played with obviously a small sample size, 3 Danish players, Svenskar and Bjergsen and Jensen. Yeah. And I feel like I've said this before, like I think Danish people, there's a reason why there's so many Danish pros, and yet the population of Denmark is not that big. Right. California outpopulates Denmark, but like just how skilled some of the players are, I feel like they just have like a very specific way to think about stuff. I don't know why. And so yeah, Jensen. Anyways, he's really logical. He's really skilled, and contrary to what people might think, he's not toxic at all. So I've really enjoyed playing with him. He's a really funny guy. And then Core is our other new guy, and like I think he's been fitting in really well. And you know, it's kind of easier for him since he's coming into a Korean coaching staff and a Korean player, Impact, another world champion. They have like a lot in common in that way, I guess. So yeah, and like I feel like I'm just making like a really big effort to make him feel welcome, and like I really like playing with him, so it's good.
You have 2 world champions on your team, as you just pointed out.
Yeah, we have 2 world champs, and you know, an MSI finalist and a semi-finalist, and then there's me.
Yeah. Well, you've done some stuff.
Yeah, I won an LCS more times than everyone else combined. Just saying.
I think so. Kelby looked this up, and because we were trying to figure out, I'm doing an award show, and we're trying to figure out what award to give you, and Kelby's like, well, you could give him the like second biggest League of Legends streamer award or the third biggest League of Legends streamer award or something for 2018. He looked it up. We would have to give you the 36th largest League of Legends streamer for 2018.
Yeah, I wish I streamed more.
Yeah.
I say that, but I also know that I would go insane if I scrimmed 3 blocks a day and then streamed like multiple hours. No, multiple is fine, like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
So yeah, I need to step that up.
So my only point is you got all these people that have accomplished a lot, and then we've got Doublelift on the team, the 36th biggest streamer in League of Legends for 2018.
I'm chugging along.
Yeah. Making it work. What do you think of the meta and everything headed into this year? Is this going to be a good year for ADs? Are you happy, or are you happy with the meta? You look suspicious.
No, I'm not unhappy. I think like changing the game is good, since if they didn't make big changes, it would be pretty boring. And I've been playing for like 8 years, and keeping things fresh is important. Especially for returning players, like you don't want to come back to literally the exact same game that you've been playing. So the changes are fine. I feel like AD is not as bad as people might think. Competitive is a different beast in solo queue, though. Like I kind of agree with what people are saying in a way, like not as extreme, but it is true. AD sucks in solo queue. You can't carry as hard as you used to. Competitively, I think AD is still a really, really important role, like super, super important. So yeah, I'm confident I can carry from my role.
And then anything else? I mean, how is the team vibing well? Is everything perfect? Is everything great? Can TL fans celebrate already? I mean, you said there's no real competition on the team front.
Do you know where Worlds is this year?
Europe.
Pack your bags for Europe, boys.
Okay, very good. All right, that's easy. Great. I'm happy. We could celebrate in the beginning. And how well, you have 2 world champions. Are you going to make it to Paris where the finals are?
I really want to. I really, really want to. I don't want to say the whole year, every single time. I hope so, but yeah, I hope so.
Okay. Very good. Well, anything you want to say to any of the fans out there?
Nothing really. I think I'm gonna improve a ton this year, since the environment I'm in is so good, and playing with Core, it's gonna just like make me, I hopefully reach like new levels. So yeah, this is a year where I think I just turned into a machine.
What does that mean?
That I'm just playing like a god. Like I don't know, I don't make mistakes. I'm just like robotically clean on everything. Yeah.
Because you're already a robot sometimes when we talk.
Beep boop.
You can check out the rest of my coverage of all things esports right here on my YouTube channel. Man, I am so excited for the start of LCS. I hope you are too. This preseason coverage is going to be hyped. See how these matches go down. You know, the very first one is Team Liquid versus Cloud9. It's going to be rad. You know, just that rivalry coming in. The whole point is I just want to thank you for watching this as somebody walks behind me. It's completely cool. We're just going to pretend that didn't happen and move on. Because guess what? This is all sponsored by Alienware. Isn't that rad? Yes, they're sponsoring everything I do in 2019. Super cool of them to provide me that support. I don't know. I'm just excited about it. I'm hoping that you're excited too. And if you're excited, you can help me by clicking the link below in the description, dell.com/Travis. There's some other stuff there. You might want to follow me on Twitch. You might want to subscribe to this YouTube channel. But if you check out their stuff, they've got a whole bunch of new cool things that they announced at CS at the start of this year. Checking that out obviously helps me, and I can't wait to help you by providing you more content as the year goes on. So I'll catch you later.